and welcome. I'm Briana and this is my life on paper, and I'm going to try something new today. So this is for Christmas in February. Oops. And this is where the 25th of each month we put together a Christmas page, and I have lots of Christmas to scrapbook. I have taken over the and I'm totally recording this at the beginning of the month, but I've taken over the editing from my daughter. She has blessed me for, well, I don't know how many months, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So 9 months of editing for me, and now I've recently jumped in. Nothing fantastic, but I can do the basics. So here we go, under her tutelage, of course. So I had been just doing voiceovers, and it was a little bit crazy. Like, I didn't have enough time in the beginning to talk to you like this. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to start off explaining things, and then I'll speed up. So I grabbed these three pictures of my daughter. It's the way I usually scrap our Christmas, each person on a page or a double page spread. Each of my kids always gets 3 presents. We've done that since my oldest daughter's 2nd birthday. Do you remember those Yahoo groups, like before, like right when we first got the internet? Okay, this is how old I am. We got a computer when my 2nd daughter was born, and she was born like right after my first daughter's 2nd birthday, so it would have been her 3rd Christmas. Second Christmas. So it would have been her 3rd Christmas. We started doing 3 presents because we went a little crazy. But on one of those Yahoo groups, one of the moms had said that that's what they do, is do 3 presents like the 3 wise men. So we've been sticking to that. Now Eliza, this needs a little explaining. Here's her stocking, which does not count as a present. She's a pharmacy tech, so she got a tray, and she's left-handed, so that was very exciting for Eliza. It's got her name on it. And then this one, the girls got a ticket to a concert, so we got them each a calendar with a little fake ticket on it for the concert. I thought maybe this was going to go in a layout in my album next to a page that's got a mostly black. That's for Christmas. Black background, black embellishments. There's other colors too, but so I was going to go with some black. But I ran across these 3 pieces of paper, and it's mostly scrap. So I thought this is what I'll work with. I did pull in this off-white, but I think I might like the green in that it's a darker shade to go next to the black layout that I have. I don't often do that if I'm doing companion pages. Sometimes they match, sometimes they look nothing alike, but since I kind of felt like I knew where this was going, that's where I put it. And who is this from? It says Moda Scrap. It's Christmas time. Moda Scrap, and there is not a year on it. But these all go together. So the rest of the stuff I picked out to go along with the colors of this paper. So this was probably my very first. I don't have many 6x6 pads. This was probably the very first, and I think I got it when I went to a scrapbook crap, and it was a gift that they gave us. It's from Simple Stories, and the year is 2012. People talk about their old supplies. Oh, 2012, so old. I probably have stuff from 2004, so 2012 to me doesn't seem that old. I do have some more recent poinsettias, and these are from Hobby Lobby. And then I have some stickers. These were gifted to me. Those, what does this say? Simple Stories. It looks like it matches that collection. This is a close to my heart. I've got 1 left. I had 2. Here's a couple of ornaments if I need them. And then in my tray, I have a whole bunch of goodies. I've got some flair. I've got some of those good embellishments that my scrappy friend Becky gave me for my advent calendar. We've got some metal, more flowers, and then some enamel dots, more flowers. Ooh, and I know these were from Becky. A couple of washi tape. That's always good to use. Some dots. They're not enamel dots. They're from Stamping Up. And then I have these 2 tags, and I would love to find a date. Maybe I'll have to Google that. So it is from Close to My Heart. They're 2 kind of fabric tags, and that's something I could use too. That might be one of the oldest things I have in my stash, so we'll find out. But right now what I'll do is put you on fast forward and let you know what I'm doing. There, I think that worked much better, and you'll have to let me know how you think it went. But I forgot to tell you that the sketch at the beginning was from Christy's Beautiful Life in her 30 Days of Sketches. It was series 6, and it was day 6, and it was by Pamela Young. So here I am trimming my photos, and then trimming up the patterned paper. I love to use scraps. This one was a bigger piece, but I just have a couple pieces to this. I don't know if you'd call it a collection. So then I'm trimming down that middle piece, and I'm kind of paying attention. I knew it was going to be too big. It's got to fit in between those pictures, but I didn't want to chop completely all the numbers off. I liked how the numbers looked. So I kind of went piece by piece just to make sure it wasn't too small nor too big. So then I got my trimmer again and trim it down a little bit. And again, underneath the numbers this time, to keep the numbers as much as possible, so I can keep those 3 rows of numbers. And then then I got to get it not so long so that I can fishtail them then into a banner. And then I first was just going to go in the middle, and then I thought, oh, nope, I'm going to kind of fold it in half so I get the exact middle. So I did that, trimmed them down, made sure I liked it, and then I folded it over to make the other side the same. I get those down. I really like the color combination, that nice dark green, and it's not the white, but it's kind of like an off-white. So then this, I trim it into a banner right away. And right off the bat, I was like, oh, you can see writing at the bottom. But I'm like, oh, I'll just figure that out later. And then I thought, oh, maybe what if I made one a little bit shorter? And I could have used either or. I didn't have to use both, but I kind of like the way those look. And then I go into my flare, and I go through every single one of my Christmas flare and trying to find the right colors. Not wanting to use any that had white because it's that off-white. I just wanted to stick with that. You can mix cream and white, but just for this one, I just wanted to stay with the off-white, so because I had plenty to choose from. So then I kind of made sure I had ones that were the same color range. That pretty blue color, I had a couple of those. So then I remember that tag, and I looked to see how old that tag is. I can't find it. It's on eBay, but it doesn't have a year with it. So I'm like, ooh, that'd be really good if I use that tag up there. And then I found the Christmas washi. It says open on Christmas morning, and because it kind of blended in, I used that all the way along both sides of the banner, or the fishtail banner, to really make it stand out. I thought that was a really good way to use the washi, and it's that nice thin washi. So then I just kind of folded it over on the ends and trimmed it up. So that makes it stand out, and that makes me happy. Then I go to see what can I put in the middle. They had 3 spots of things, and I thought, ooh, I'm going to use those trees, but the trees seemed to be too tall for me. But I knew I wanted to use those red border stickers because, again, they're the similar colors, perfect place to use them in, and I wanted to get them out of my stash. So I place those there so I don't forget them, and then I find these little cards that were part of the 6x6 sheet that I had cut apart already. And I thought, ooh, what if I can put 3 along here? I can do one as a title, one as a journaling spot, and one as more a decorative piece. And then I'm noticing already that it's covering up all of those numbers, like all of it. So I get them laid out, and I'm kind of sort of happy with that, but it's really covering all the numbers. And then I think, oh, on that one with the December 25th, I could cut out this tree and maybe another decorative sticker to use that on there. And that's looking good. And then I have those stickers that also match. Get rid of those flare. I've decided that I'm not going to use the flare. And I'm going to glue the photos down. Make sure you look below to see everyone that's playing along with Christmas in February. There's a whole list of people playing along. They can be doing anything from cards to layouts to anything Christmas, really. So then I get that banner down, forgetting that I have those strips to use. And then I put 2 up there and I think, oh, if you only use 2 of those, you can see a couple of the numbers. And I like that a lot better. So December 25th is on there. That Merry Christmas, that kind of was my title before, is not any longer. And what I'm doing now is finding white cardstock to put behind both of those, because especially the December 25th needs something to make it stand out a little bit. And I knew I didn't want very much because they're already covering up so much of the paper, so I'm going to make it really teeny, but just enough to make it stand out from that busy background paper. So then I do the same thing just so that they're about the same size. I do the same thing with the journaling block there too. I think that looks good. So that gets stuck down. Eventually I will figure out I did not use the border stickers that are right in front of my face, but that's okay. I will get there eventually. There is that little tree that matches. And then I just had that other little sticker as a little bit of a decoration as well. And there's the stickers. So then it just takes a little finagling of getting those down. That banner wasn't stuck down super good, so it wasn't really problematic. But then the washi is kind of wonky on there, so I just wanted to trim that off. Make sure to get one on the other side. And that green just matches exactly with the green that's on there because it's outlined in green. And the banners get to go back on. I'm just making sure they look good before I stick them down. I'm still worried about, there's a little bit of writing on that tip. It's got the name of the collection on the tip of that banner. So I'm still thinking about, I want to cover that up. Let's get the tag on there. Wasn't sure how the ATG was going to work, but it seemed to work really good. And then I pull out the enamel dots and I say, oh, look at this red. I like it as like a pom-pom type look to the banner, but also it kind of gives me the feel of like Rudolph with the red nose. So that might be stretching it. I pulled out a couple stickers. This one says home for Christmas. Excuse me. All 3 girls were home for Christmas, so that works good. And then I also have this other sticker that says traditions, which covers our Christmas well too. And then just to bring the enamel dots all together, I put a couple enamel dots there and down in the corner on the journaling block. And I think we're getting to the end. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you again soon.